Aaron, when did you hurt the oblique, and did you think there was a possibility you'd come back in?
That's ribs. And it was in the first half and then got kind of re-aggravated in the third quarter. Just having a hard time breathing and rotating my upper body. So I was worried about a punctured lung as well. So I want to get that checked out. Get a scan tomorrow.
So because they announced oblique in the press box, what is it? It's a rib injury, not an oblique?
Yeah, it's not oblique.
Do you think it's broken? Is that the early indication?
It was hard to tell on the x-rays. So we're going to do some more tomorrow.
How about the lung?
Lung's fine.
That's obviously anything core, throwing the ball, that's problematic. Between that and the thumb, is it a possibility of shutting down for the rest of the year?
I don't think so. As long as I check out fine tomorrow, I'll expect to play this weekend.
Oh, you think you might?
Yeah, as long as I check out okay tomorrow. I might not be able to go Wednesday, but as long as there's no major structural damage, I'll try and get back out there.
Was the reason you didn't go back in just because of concern for the lung?
His pain was intense, still is. The pain was tough. And I just couldn't really breathe and couldn't really rotate my upper body.
That next week you can pre-game relieve the pain?
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hopefully everything looks good tomorrow and then heal up for a couple of days and see if I can go back out there.
The game standpoint, Aaron, you guys kept yourselves in position each trying to make a game of this and pull this out. Just look at the way you guys just kept battling back. Even when you left the game, they still continued to fight, and just talk about the way you guys just kept at it.
Yeah, I'm proud of our offense, proud of Jordan. We moved the football basically most of the night against a good defense. Felt like we only had like 40 or 50 plays or something. And they had over 70, so that was obviously a big difference. But we put up 33 points and battled against the #1 seed. I think there's a lot to feel good about. Obviously, defense is going to, not feel great about some of those things. And obviously, I turned the ball over twice, but we put ourselves in position.
Aaron, on the second interception, was Tyler supposed to take that more flat?
Yeah, he ran the wrong route, and I should have thrown it to him. He should have been down the pipe, actually. Yeah.
I'm sorry, did we done?
Yeah.
The report on your thumb today said that if someone's gone this long and it hasn't healed by now, that it almost always requires surgery. Is that your understanding of that you're going to need surgery in the off season?
That's not my understanding. That's not what I've talked to Pat about. We haven't had that discussion.
Feel any better or worse tonight than it has?
No, I mean, it felt pretty good this week. The 5 days off helped. Didn't get it banged at all. So I feel like it's definitely better than it was last week.
Aaron, with each week and the opportunities, how concerned are you that the opportunities of this team to get back in this race become more and more limited for you as a team?
Yeah, obviously when you lose games, you're putting yourself farther out there. We have a 5-game stretch. We got to win all 5, and probably need a little bit of help.
So if things can, let's say you don't win next week with all the injuries, is there a reason to finish the season out, or is it time to will it be time to heal up and take care of stuff?
Yeah, I don't really want to take my mind there, but as long as we're mathematically alive, I'd like to be out there.
So if you do keep playing, besides the competitive spirit and all that stuff, like what do you still want to play for? No, that came across the wrong way. What do you still look for on a week-to-week basis to maybe build on for the future? Do you look toward the future, maybe receivers you want to gel with, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of other conversations that come into play once you're eliminated. And I'll be open to all those conversations. Pride comes to mind, love of the game. But there's other factors that obviously would come into play should we be mathematically eliminated.
So you're still completely holding off a decision on whether you want to come back next year until after the season?
Correct.
Regardless of the outcome tonight and where you guys are in the standings, do you feel like you have anything going with the run game and with what Christian Watson has brought to your offense?
Yeah, I mean, he's totally transformed himself into a super reliable big play threat. He's had 6 touchdowns in 3 games. You know, it's not a lot of guys have done that over my time. So that definitely changed our offense. Obviously, with Kabi out there, it makes things a little different as well. Those backs are really, really good. So we just got to string together some performances like this, and I would definitely expect our defense to bounce back. And then we get one, and then get a little break, and then get another on Monday night, and things start to get a little more interesting.
Time for 2 more.
I apologize if you've already been asked this, but you said you're proud of Jordan. In your mind, where's the biggest growth that you've seen him take in terms of playing the quarterback position?
Just fundamentally. I think that's the biggest thing. I think Tom deserves credit for coming in. You know, Tom was huge for me in my early years of helping me hone the fundamentals, but the drills that we work on in practice always translate to gameplay. And I feel like he's become much better in timing up his drops with the routes. When you do that, it allows everything to kind of flow smoothly from there, and the accuracy improves, and the decision making is easier because you're just playing on time all the time.
Does that kind of tie into how quick he seemed to be making decisions with where to go with the ball tonight when he
Yeah, I mean, he was just on, everything. He was on time and threw the ball in rhythm and threw the ball accurately.
Were you able to just watch on TV after you got back in
Yeah,
here?
after I was
Okay.
done with my checkups, I was watching the locker room with Sav until the end.
Take a shot in the ribs or land on the ground, or
I landed, both.
on the same play?
No, different plays. Yeah, one in the second quarter and then one in the third quarter.
Was the shot in the second quarter, or was that landing?
That was a little combination of both.
The third quarter one was the sack.
Yeah, there was a shot.